that the district magistrate, the collector, the superintendent of police, and the entire team of officers working in the district are on the same thread, and they're all invigorated by the philosophy of the government in office, and that philosophy which loves to reach to common man in a most effective manner. So I would personally appeal to all the officers here that under the dynamic leadership of our Chief Minister, when we are going to listen to him, let's all attentively see how each one of us can play an important role in implementing that program of action. Of course, we are bound by our own conduct rules and our own lines of distinct word by all of us here in this hall in an absolutely unflinching manner. I welcome all the officers to today's deliberations. I request Dr. Manmohan to carry on with the program. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I request the Honorable Home Minister to kindly give her opening remarks.
నవ్యాంధ్రప్రదేశ్ చరిత్రలో దళిత మహిళలైనాకు హోంమంత్రిగా స్థానం కల్పించినటువంటి మా గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి వర్యులు శ్రీ వైఎస్ జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారికి, సహచర మంత్రివర్గ సభ్యులకు, అధికారులకు మరియు మీడియా వారికి నా హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తూ ఉన్నాను. పారదర్శకత, నిష్పక్షపాతం, ఖచ్చితమైన పరిశోధన, త్వరితగతిన బాధితులకు న్యాయం, ఇవి మేము పాటించబోయేటువంటి మొదటి ప్రాధాన్యతలు, మా ప్రభుత్వం నిర్దేశించుకున్నటువంటి గమ్యాలు. బడుగు బలహీన వర్గాలకు, మైనారిటీలకు, ఇతర సాధారణ పౌరులకు పోలీసుల పట్ల విశ్వాసం పెంచడానికి గ్రామాల్లో ప్రజా దర్బార్ వంటి కార్యక్రమాలు, ఇతర అవగాహన సదస్సులను పోలీసు శాఖ నిర్వహిస్తుంది. మరింత బలోపేతం చేస్తాం. మరియు రోజురోజుకు పెరిగిపోతున్నటువంటి మహిళలకు, చిన్నారులకు సంబంధించినటువంటి సమస్యలను ఇప్పటికే ప్రత్యేక విభాగాన్ని రూపొందించి ఇప్పటికే ఉన్నటువంటి విభాగాలను బలోపేతం చేయడం కూడా జరుగుతుంది. రహదారుల్లో ప్రయాణికుల భద్రత మా ప్రభుత్వానికి అత్యంత ప్రాధాన్యత అంశం. రోడ్డు ప్రమాదాలు, ప్రాణ నష్టం నివారించడానికి కాలేజీలు, పాఠశాలలు, జనసమూహాల్లోకి వెళ్ళి పోలీసులు అవగాహన కార్యక్రమాలు నిర్వహించడం జరుగుతుంది. రోడ్లపై ప్రయాణించే వాహనదారులకు నియమ నిబంధనలు పాటించేలా తెలియజెప్పడం ఇందులో ప్రధాన అంశం. రేపటి సామాజిక సంపద అయినటువంటి యువత గంజాయి, గుట్కా తదితర మాదక ద్రవ్యాలకు బానిసలవ్వకుండా వాటి వినియోగం వలన కలిగే హాని గురించి పోలీసులు విస్తృత ప్రచారం చేసి అవగాహన పెంచడం జరుగుతుంది. అంతేకాకుండా యువతను దురలవాట్లకు, అసాంఘిక కార్యకలాపాలకు ప్రోత్సహించేటువంటి వారిపై కఠిన చర్యలు తీసుకోవడం కూడా జరుగుతుంది. గతంలో మెట్రోపాలిటన్ సిటీస్లో ఉండేటువంటి ఈ దురలవాట్లు దురదృష్టవశాత్తు మన రాష్ట్రంలో చిన్న చిన్న ప్రాంతాలకు కూడా విస్తరించడం జరుగుతుంది. దాని మీద మనం ప్రధానంగా దృష్టి సారించవలసినటువంటి అవసరం ఉంది. అదేవిధంగా విద్యా సంస్థల్లో ర్యాగింగ్ దురాచారాన్ని అరికట్టాలని ప్రభుత్వం నిర్ణయించడం జరిగింది. ఇందులో భాగంగా యాజమాన్యాలు, విద్యార్థుల తల్లిదండ్రుల సహకారంతో ర్యాగింగ్ నిరోధక చట్టాన్ని అమలు చేయడం, అవగాహన కార్యక్రమాలు నిర్వహించడంలో పోలీసులు భాగస్వామ్యం కావడం ఇందులో ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి అంశం. అదేవిధంగా విధి నిర్వహణలో పోలీసులు ఎదుర్కొంటున్నటువంటి ఒత్తిడి తగ్గించడానికి ప్రభుత్వం వీక్లీ ఆఫ్ చేయడంతో పాటు సిబ్బంది కుటుంబాల కోసం సంక్షేమ కార్యక్రమాలు కూడా చేపడుతూ ఎప్పటికప్పుడు డిపార్ట్మెంట్తో సాన్నిహిత్యంతో పనిచేస్తుందని తెలియజేయడానికి సంతోషిస్తున్నాం. అదేవిధంగా 31/12/2018 నాటికి పోలీసు శాఖలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఖాళీలు 13,059. ఈ ఖాళీలను భర్తీ చేయడం ద్వారా పోలీసు శాఖను మరింత బలోపేతం చేసే ప్రక్రియను చేపడతాం. నిరుద్యోగ సమస్యను తగ్గించడానికి ప్రభుత్వం అదనంగా ఈ ఖాళీలన్నింటినీ భర్తీ చేయాలని నిర్ణయించడం జరిగింది. అంతేకాకుండా గతంలో కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం అదనంగా మంజూరు చేయబడినటువంటి 4 బెటాలియన్లు కూడా, అందులో ఒకటి మహిళా బెటాలియన్, ఒక గిరిజన్ బెటాలియన్ ఏర్పాటు చేసి మొత్తం 4,000 ఉద్యోగాలను కూడా భర్తీ చేయాలని ప్రభుత్వం నిర్ణయించడం జరిగింది. ఈ మధ్యకాలంలో సైబర్ నేరాలు చాలా పెరిగిపోతూ ఉన్నాయి. వ్యక్తి స్వేచ్ఛను హరించే విధంగా వ్యక్తి దూషణ, అసభ్యకరమైనటువంటి పోస్టులు, అభ్యంతరకరమైనటువంటి ఫోన్ కాల్లు చేస్తున్న వ్యక్తులపై ఎవరు నేరారోపణ చేసినా కానీ వెంటనే వారిని కఠినంగా శిక్షించడం జరుగుతుంది. అంతేకాకుండా మట్కా, జూదం, బెట్టింగ్లు ఇలాంటి వాటిని సమాజంలో ప్రోత్సహించకుండా నిరోధించాల్సినటువంటి బాధ్యత మనందరి మీద ఉందని తెలియజేస్తూ ధన్యవాదాలు.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request the DGP to give overview of Home Department and make a presentation.
Respected Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Jagan Garu, respected Home Minister, senior ministers, the Chief Secretary, the Chief Secretaries, other Chief Secretaries, my dear senior officers and colleagues from the government service, those who are present here, on behalf of Andhra Pradesh Police, we extend our greetings and welcome to this gathering. At the outset, I must thank the Honorable Chief Minister for having given me this opportunity to head this police, this esteemed Andhra Pradesh Police, which has always been a front runner in the policing domain in the country. AP Police has a very proud legacy, whether it's combating terrorism. Historically, we have several institutions like Greyhound, SIB, CICL, Octopus, which has always been a front runner. It had a world-class training facilities like our police academy. It was one of the states which is most advanced in forensics until about a decade ago. Several reforms and standardizations in the policing were visible in our state. We were also amongst the first in dealing with cybercrime, white-collar offenses. At the same time, various security systems and even police communications, AP states was known. As well as innovations and technology adoption, we were among the forefront. Andhra Pradesh Police was a role model for all others to adopt, emulate, and replicate. And with that, that's the kind of legacy that we carry with us, and we are very proud of that, sir. The profile of AP Police as we stand poised on the ground, the strength 73,366. We have 12,368 home guards, 989 police stations, 195 circles, 90 subdivisions, police districts 16, 2 commissionerates, and 5 rangers, and we have 8 special armed police battalions. Now, as regards the duties and responsibility of the police, there are a lot of expectations, and these are the few duties and responsibilities amongst the many that we have listed out. Protect life, liberty, property of human rights and dignity, prevent and detain crimes, enforce and uphold rule of law, promote and preserve public order, protect internal security, intervene during disaster and distress, manage traffic on the roads and highways, amongst many. Now, we are all aware that the primary responsibility of the police, other than to the individuals, is maintaining law and order in the society. And we are also aware that law and order, peace and stability is absolutely essential for progress and development in any society. So therefore, we look at those concerns in the state of Andhra Pradesh that exists before us, which we, police of Andhra Pradesh, need to tackle and deal with to provide a stable atmosphere for the state to progress and develop. And they have been listed out: left-wing extremism, caste and communal conflicts, social vices and organized crime, development and related displacements, security of VIPs and installation, factions and political unrest. All of them have potential to disrupt and cause disturbances. If you look at the left-wing extremism, we have the sway over 5 districts traditionally on the Andhra-Orissa border, and also with the recent areas of Chintur subdivision coming in, bordering Chhattisgarh. Now, apart from these 5 conventional interior areas, we also have issues about frontal and mass organization, which exists in urban centers, in mostly all over the state, starting from Tirupati, whether it's Guntur, Nellore, Kurnool, Vijayawada, or Eluru, Rajahmundry, Visakhapatnam, Srikakulam. All over the state, we see the activities of frontal and mass organization. We are aware that left-wing extremists generally look for issues to engage, issues to mobilize, organize, and the masses and veer them towards agitational politics. And the issues are very many. Some of them have been listed out. Some of the issues have been listed out, but they are not all encompassing, because issues keep emerging and they'll keep looking for opportunities to engage and involve in issues and around which they would like to create awareness, generate interest of the masses, mobilize them, organize them, and then lead them, veer them towards agitational politics, and thereby create disturbances in the society. There are methodologies, the actions we have listed out: eliminate political and other targets, attack security forces, obstruct developmental activities. They also deploy action teams for very pointed actions. Now, all these activities, the objective is to usher in new democratic revolution and seize state power. So this is always a lurking danger that we always have. And we are also aware the capacity which the left-wing extremists, particularly the Maoists, have in creating terror in the state. So therefore, it always needs police to be in our toes and be alert and constantly be one step ahead of them. And sir, Andhra Pradesh police, we have again a legacy of being on the forefront in dealing with this left-wing extremism. On the other hand, if you look at the Maoist violence, there has been a decreasing trend. Some sporadic incidents here and there, whenever they need to really show their existence or inflict some kind of a damage to the state, they keep on indulging. Other than that, other law and order and security concerns, we have the caste and communal conflicts. In the recent years, we see that there's more and more polarization along caste and communal sectarian issues, which would also create disturbances every now and then, depending upon situation, circumstances, and the issues. We also have seen rising fundamentalism, both in national and international, which is also an area where police needs to be always alert. And we have our intelligence as well as using technology. We are also coordinating across the country and beyond on this realm. Social vices and organized crime is also another area. Betting and gambling, trafficking, bootlegging, narcotics and drugs, adulteration, which also causes disturbance in the society. We also have many issues associated with development. Whenever any development programs are undertaken, industries are being put in place or being intended, we see a lot of agitation and disturbances. There are issues surrounding Polavaram, SEZ, Vamsadhara, Bhogapuram International Airport, nuclear power plant at Kovada. These are few of them. There are many other than this. Similarly, security of VIPs and installations is also an area which needs our attention, sir. Apart from which, we also have this traditional problem surrounding faction and political unrest, particularly post-elections. We still have some simmering issues emerging, but we anticipate that it's not an organized but very localized. So therefore, very soon we will be able to contain them, sir. But as long as it exists, it will cause disturbances in the society. With the post-election and upcoming local body elections also, there's a need for us to be quite prompt on that, on our toes. Now, coming to crime, sir, if you see, this is a broad outlook in terms of the nature of crime, what is reported in Andhra Pradesh. We have about 880 murder cases annually. We also listed crime against women. And that's also a priority area, a matter of concern for us, as well as road accidents. Last year, as many as 7,400 people died, lost their lives on the roads. And last year has been the minimum, because year before last 2 years, it had crossed 8,000, about 8,500 and 8,100 odd was the figures. So there is a huge loss of human life, precious lives. So there is a need for us to look at that area as well. Now, looking at crime patterns and trends in the state, we see once again bodily offenses, crimes against women, white-collar crimes, and road accidents to be one of the major heads of crime that engages us. As regard the property offenses, there is a decreasing trend visible, sir. If you compare to up to May, and one of the reasons is basically police being very brisk and present on the ground in the wake of the elections that we had. As regards property offenses, the top 5 units where the property offenses are maximum are listed: Vijayawada City, West Godavari, Guntur, Urban, Nellore, and East Godavari. Similarly, the bodily offenses, overall there has been a decrease, but if you look at up to May, we see that rioting and hurt cases have been increased. That is again primarily related to the election campaign and post-election time. And as regards the bodily offenses, the first top 5 units, as usual, Guntur rural has seen the maximum number of instances of bodily offenses, which is also a matter of concern. If the pattern becomes a little huge, there's a matter of concern needing interventions and special measures for that. White-collar offenses, there is an increasing trend in the white-collar offenses. If you see, mostly cheating and criminal breach of trust, and as well as the new areas, new domains, which is cybercrime, which will come to that later. And amongst the white-collar offenses, we see the maximum in West Godavari, Visakhapatnam City, Vijayawada. And this may also have its own peculiar characteristic in a very localized manner. Crime against women, there has been a decreasing trend overall, but it's an area of concern and a very continuous engagement from our side. There will be special measures from our side addressing primarily crime against women and children. And this is one area where always no amount of work is enough, because not all crime gets reported because of the reasons that exists in our traditional and conservative societies. If you look at the crime against women, once again, Guntur, Krishna, Kurnool, Visakhapatnam City, and West Godavari has registered the maximum number of cases. And crime against women, as I said, also relates to the ease of reporting, and in some state districts we see that they come forth and complain. Cases against the weaker sections, particularly SC, ST offenses, overall there has been a decrease, but then again that's an area of concern. So therefore we'll be also very constantly monitoring and watching that. And up to May this year, if you see the comparative statement of crime, there has been a decrease, but we see that hurt cases, once again related to election period. Crime against the weaker section, SC/STs, once again, amongst the top 5 units, you find Guntur, Karnool registering the maximum number of cases, followed by Prakasham, West Godavari, and Kadapas. Road accident, as I said, sir, is an area of much concern. During last year, AP Police was amongst the top 2 states where we have been able to intervene and see that the trend is bucked, and then the increase has been contained as in the past it was. So if you see today with regards to the road safety per lakh population, Andhra Pradesh stands 10th, in 10th position if you relate it to deaths per lakh for population. As I mentioned, 2018 it was the second best performing state. And road safety is a domain, is an area which needs multiple stakeholder intervention, starting from education, engineering, enforcement, environment and emergency care needs as well, post-accident needs, also integration of all emergency response and stakeholders to reduce the death. The golden hour concept is very critical during road accident strategies that we put in place. There is also a need to evolve a state policy and a strategy to deal with this, with the rate kind of casualties that is being visible on the ground on a daily basis. These are the figures which reflects the situation on the ground. And if you see, sir, the road accidents up to May this year, once again, the top 5 units where we see maximum, and most of these deaths are occurring in the national highways and state highways. Coming to crime against children, that's also another area that needs attention. It has been consistently quite high in the state. So we also need to have devise strategies, and that is also a focus area of this government. We shall also be undertaking special measures for that, sir. And as far as reporting is concerned, top 5 units, Guntur rural, West Godavari, Krishna, Prakasham, Guntur and urban. Sir. Coming to cyber crime, this is again a new area where we find increasing trend in terms of offenses, and we see that up to May there has been unusually large number of cybercrime instances. So there is a need for police to really build our capacities and keep pace with that rising expectations, and which is only likely to increase in times to come. So therefore, we really need to be very proactive and futuristic in this. Once again, sir, most of these top 5 units, Visakhapatnam City, Srikakulam, Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam Rural and West Godavari has been registering the maximum number of cases during the year, sir. We also have issues about drugs and narcotic substances, both in terms of traditional ganja cultivation, trade and distribution and use. At the same time, new drugs are also coming in, particularly in the cities. So that's another area where we need to really focus and see that we arrest, not only arrest, but then try to eradicate these problems. Sir. As regards the cases, once again, sir, we see a trend centering around Visakhapatnam city and rural, registering the maximum number of cases. Sir, Andhra Pradesh Police today faces many challenges. We are all aware of the kind of challenges, particularly post-bifurcation. There were several key and critical institutional capacities which we had to forego and leave behind in Hyderabad. That has really seriously incapacitated us and put us in a handicapped situation. We have police training academy we do not have. We run a makeshift academy at Anantapur PTC, Forensic Sciences Lab, or as well as this anti-extremist training institutions and establishments like Greyhounds, Octopus, and all our technology and R&D facilities surrounding use of technology and IT, etc. The labs have been left behind. There is also a need for institutional infrastructure supporting police's functioning and engagement on the ground on a day-to-day basis. Unlike many other governmental institutions, police would need the support infrastructures. You also have manpower shortage, which is about 12,198, and which is likely to rise to 30% with a weekly off, which our Honorable CM was very kind enough to understand the kind of challenges we are facing on the ground on a day-to-day basis and announced. And if you look at the population ratio, sir, police population ratio, Andhra Pradesh, we are in a very weak footing. At the same time, armed police battalions, when you come to that, at the time of the division, the Government of India had also sanctioned 4 India Reserve battalions, which our Honorable Home Minister had just mentioned. But for whatever reasons, they were not raised. In fact, the raising of India Reserve battalions, the Government of India extends a support of 83.4, almost 84 crores per battalion. So that is something which, as our Honorable Home Minister has mentioned, probably we could look at the possibility of raising a Mahila battalion and at the same time a tribal battalion. Similarly, the State Disaster Response Force, keeping in with the long coastline that we have and a very continuous vulnerability to the natural disasters, 6 companies of SDRF has been sanctioned. It's not been sanctioned, but it has been created out of the existing APSP battalions. Regular sanction and regularization of this entity is also absolutely essential, because attached to this, linked to this, is several funding support from Government of India as well as World Bank, sir. So to enable us to really tap those resources and build our capacities, there is a certain amount of actions that is necessary. We would soon put forth, sir. And talking about, sir, evidence-based policing, forensic science is one of the very important element of policing as part of evidence-based policing. Today, we only have 46 hands as against the 2,202 that we had. And relatively speaking, we are based quite weakly, sir. Nevertheless, sir, we are all looking forward for the change and transformation that the Honorable Chief Minister has been reiterating and the new government has ushered in. The change that we have seen in the recent mandate, it's the people, the citizens of the state, which quested for change and demanded for a change and aspired for a change. And with the change came the new government and our Honorable Chief Minister, who rode that crest of that change. And with that change, we are also looking at it as an opportune moment, sir. And change and transformation does not read resources. It is all your mindset, and it needs your attitudinal change. And we are really looking towards that, sir. And new goals and visions, new horizons. We would sit down and devise our strategies and a roadmap to achieve them, and transform the police towards a more service-oriented policing, as you have been saying. Seva bhavananto, which you keep on reiterating, sir. We need to reassure every citizen, particularly the vulnerable sections and weaker sections, women and children, poor and the masses. Towards that, we work, change in attitude and mindset, and make sure there is access to justice that you had mentioned. We're looking at the parameters which you have been mentioning, the attributes, an efficient, proactive, sensitive, transparent, accountable, corruption-free government and, policing. As part of the government's philosophy and principles, which you have been elucidating ever since, even before you came and assumed power, sir. And I know that, we all know that, sir. Whatever you say, you go by that. And you have also demonstrated, even before coming, sir, you had mentioned about giving weekly offs, the conditions under which the police is functioning on a daily basis are very challenging, difficult, physically as well as mentally, the circumstances. Understanding that the weekly offs have been announced. At the same time, enhancements of the allowances that is being honorarium that is being given to the Home Guards has already been enacted. So we are really looking forward, sir, putting that in this framework for policing change and transformation once again in a templated format, sir. We are looking towards improved service delivery, police credibility, at the same time transform policing as a people's police in our new democratic system that we have in our country, and as per your visions and directives, sir. We are really indeed looking forward, sir, to your inspiring leadership. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, we take this opportunity to also once again thank you very much for the weekly offs that you had announced even before coming to power, and that was one of the first decisions that you had done. It has given a tremendous respite and relief, and more than anything, sir, reassurance to every policeman, particularly rank and file, down the line, the cutting edge level, where the constable and head constable, sir. So towards that direction, so we had constituted, as per your direction, a committee headed by our ADG Law and Order, and they have come out with a report which is already implemented, sir, but as a guideline, the committee report is going to be released from your hands, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, done.
Thank you, sir, for releasing the report of the committee. Now there will be presentations by superintendents of police.
Sir, we would be confining only to the issues which are relevant to address by the district administration, sir. Srikakulam.
Sir, very good morning, sir. I am Amir Reddy, sir, SP Srikakulam. Sir, the issues from the district as far as the law and order is concerned, sir. One is the main issue is the left-wing extremism, sir. The district